Job step.
Jrad.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed. Chub. Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
Hey, I'm Winnie.
I had a stuffed animal named Winnie.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it wasn't technically an animal. I took a Ziploc bag and I stuffed it with old newspaper and then I drew a smile on it.
There's always time. One last kiss.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show started.
Welcome back. It's been 1 week for you, 2 weeks for us.
2 weeks for us.
So we're going to be, this is slow start. Then we'll ramp up about 10 minutes in. 10 to 12 minutes in, we're going in.
Maybe 20 to 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
By the time we're ramped up, the show might be over.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
We're too deep in the episodes.
Exactly.
All right. We're like 400 episodes in. We need some duds. We need more duds. The
Yeah,
one I told people not to watch in the YouTube thumbnail got a lot of views on YouTube. Riddle me that, internet.
Reverse psychology. People just
Yeah.
think that you're lying to them, that they're missing out on something. We were literally saying don't watch it. Okay, Steve. The reason we were kind of taking a break, we went to Houston. We went to Houston.
Yeah, we went to Houston only for the reason of watching Josh Allen in tight pants, pretty much.
Tight pants. You were wearing a shirt that says "My ideal weight is Josh Allen on top of me."
Yep, I was wearing that in public.
In public. We were at the Buffalo Bills Houston Texans game. We went just to check out a new stadium. Conveniently, it happened to be when Paul's favorite team was also playing.
America's team.
America's team. People like the Bills. I think it's pretty universally. There's not a lot of people that hate on the Bills.
Yeah, we haven't had a scandal. I mean, Von Miller just got suspended for like punching his girlfriend, but not a 16-game season long suspension. You know, it's 4 games. We haven't had a long suspension like Deshaun Watson.
I wonder how they determine that. Just how, like, that's such a crazy thing that, like, there's somebody's job is to determine how bad somebody does is. I mean, that's ridiculous, right? I mean, it's like either like it should just be the whole season, you should get kicked out of the NFL or something like that, but it's just like somebody that arbitrarily determines, oh, it's 4 games.
Yeah, Ray Rice. It was Ray Rice, right? He was
that was a
really good running back for the Ravens, and then their video came out of him kind of knocking out his girlfriend in an elevator.
Yes.
And he was done.
Yeah, he was done. So it's interesting, like, I wonder, it probably has to do with, like, public opinion of them and history. Who knows? It's just such a weird thing that somebody's job is to determine that suspension for that. What an odd thing. So we go to this game, Houston Steed. Had you been to Houston before?
No. And I'm never going back.
Yeah. That was my second time there. I have about the same opinion of it the first and second time going there. It's not a great city.
There's no appeal. There's no sex appeal.
No.
There's no charm. Because that's what you're looking for. You're either looking for a nice, charming getaway in a bungalow, or you're looking for like some hot, steamy city action. Ooh, shuffleboard in a bar. Maybe a pool party, a rooftop pool. I didn't see any of this.
I didn't see one rooftop pool. I agree. There might have been. We just didn't see it. They have I would say a series of nice things, but they are not close to each other. It's not like a kind of place where you can just kind of walk around and bar hop and do all this kind of stuff. There might be tiny areas that we didn't see, but most of it, you kind of have to go to a place, drive another 10 minutes to another place, drive another. You've also never heard anybody say their favorite town is Houston. Like, there's probably a reason for that.
Yeah, and we went there as only like 96. I think a month ago it was like 120 just for the whole summer.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound fun.
No. It did. And we went a decent amount of the town. I mean, we saw a big chunk of the city in general. We were
bipping and bopping.
We were bipping and bopping. I would say we saw a lot of the neighborhoods. we happen to be staying on the edge of a nice neighborhood and a not nice neighborhood. We were pretty close to what is I think the highest income per capita area in Texas, which is, I think it's called Piney Point Village,
Yeah, there was some
Pine
big
Point Village, something,
houses when we
something
drove
along
through
there.
there.
I'm messing up the name a little bit, but some of the coolest houses I've ever seen in my life, driving past here. So that was the one appeal for me, was just those houses. They wanted to give us one of those for Chub Step.
Hmm.
But other than that, we did hear there was gunshots that happened
Yep.
while
Yep.
we were there.
I don't know, 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
10 of them. I counted.
So you count
Um,
10.
Within a city block of our Airbnb.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Yeah. I still have to review that Airbnb, Steed. I don't know what to give
You,
it because like they were very responsive and the pool was very fun. But like
the
people should
pool
kind of
was
know
really
that,
fun.
but they should kind of know that like they're shooting.
Yeah, I mean, is the pool worth a straight bullet? Catching a
I mean, it
stray, as
had
they
what kind
call
of
it?
fence did it have around it? Wasn't a
It was
stone
wood.
fence.
It
It
was
was wood
wood,
fence. It's not going
not
to stop a
cedar,
bullet.
not thick wood.
No, it's not
We're
stopping a
talking a
bullet.
half inch.
Yeah. You just got to stay like below the water line, and a bullet's gonna have a hard time hitting you.
Yeah, that's my recommendation. Leave that in the review.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Also, cockroaches and stuff. We saw some cockroaches.
Yeah, the cockroach. I mean, that's just the South.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That's just kind of the South. So
Yeah, and
you
there
kind of
was a
forget about that when you live up here. Last night,
wasp
yeah,
nest
that
in
kind of stuff.
their breaker, but I'm
But
not telling them about that. I don't want them to find it.
what I will say, positive thing about Houston, Texans Stadium, I liked it a lot. I thought it
Yeah,
was
it
a
was
cool
nice.
stadium, nice stadium. I think the best tailgating I've seen out of any of the NFL stadiums I've been to.
Yeah,
Very college-like in the
yeah, they were bumping out
tailgating
there,
side. They
up in
were bumping
H-Town.
H-Town, a lot of H-Town stuff, a lot of music blasting, a lot of barbecue, a lot of people, smokers out there smoking stuff which is good. Always like some barbecue for a tailgate.
Oh yeah.
So I give that as a positive, everything else kind of as a negative. So
If you live in Houston, I'm sorry, it's a garbage town.
yeah,
I mean, you got to move.
I'm sorry, you got to move.
I don't think
So,
Texas. Now I'm like, I think all of Texas kind of stinks, just because that's the only time I've been to Texas.
hmm,
So I'm like, I don't know if that's the best Texas has, but
n-
Texas, F.
I've been to Texas quite a few times, and I will say that is definitely my least favorite of the major cities there.
Oh, I'm not going back.
Yeah, the other ones are significantly better.
I'm a Swedish plumber. I'm here to fix your pipes. That's good. That's a good accent.
There was one of the first night that we were there, we were gonna grab some Little Caesars pizzas just to have at the house
Oh my God.
to
Yeah.
like keep in the fridge. People wanted to eat late night or whatever. You just go heat it up, eat it cold, whatever you want to do with your pizza. That's
Yeah.
up to you. We call Little Caesars and we'd left the airport and we're gonna like, all right, we're gonna be there in 15 minutes. And I think it closed in like an hour, right? From like so it had
Yeah,
like
maybe
45
like
minutes.
40 minutes.
Yeah, and we call the thing. This guy answers, and I'm like, "Hey, can we get like 10 pizzas, like half pepperoni, half sausage?" And then you hear this guy. I don't know if he's on speaker. He just talks loud. He like talks to another guy, maybe a manager, or just another guy working there. He's like, "Hey, can we do 10 pizzas?" And then you just hear the response in the background, "Hell no!" This guy's- so then you hear this other guy's like, "Oh yeah, we can't do 10 pizzas." Like, and I'm like, okay, can you do 5 pizzas? He's like, then I hear again, can you do 5 pizzas? Yeah. We're like, okay. And he's like, yeah, we can do 5 pizzas. I'm right. Okay, do 3 pepperoni, 2 sausage.
How long do you think it takes to make a Little Caesars pizza?
My assumption was like they were like, how can it take any longer than anything else, right? I mean, it takes them a second to make these pizzas.
Yeah,
A lot of them
hot
are
and ready.
hot and ready is how it's supposed to be, right? Like
Yeah,
we're
they're
supposed to
supposed to be
show
hot
up
and
and
ready.
there's supposed to be certain ones ready. No, none were ready when we got there. We got
Oh
there and there was still
God.
another 10 or so minutes to those 5 were ready. But like just that response from Little Caesars, which I just assumed was just you go and get it when you want.
Yeah,
Like in New York
I thought they
Slice,
would
you're
have been
going up with a
ecstatic.
pizza pies are in the window.
They would have been ecstatic. They would have been like, "Yeah, boss is going to be happy with us. We did a good job today."
Well, that's the difference when you don't like obviously if the owner was there, they're taking those 10 pizzas.
He's like, fire
But
him up."
yeah, when you have hourly employees that don't want to stay any later than the closing time because there's no benefit to them. They don't get any bonus depending on the type of pizza amount of pizzas. There's no incentive for them.
They should give a pizza incentive then.
I think they should give a pizza incentive to them, even if
I
it's small. The guy's like,
yeah,
all right, well, I make another $10 if I make these 5 extra
if
pizzas.
I had a
that'd be
pizza
too much, but you get the
incentive,
point.
I could upsell every single person that walked in to get one more pizza.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
yeah. Oh, incentives are huge. As far as yes, did you'd say, oh, how many people is this for?
You want
5?
two? What are you, a bitch? What are you, a little
Yeah.
bitch boy that can only eat 2 pizza pies? Your
Only
wife's
one
gonna leave you.
topping?
Your wife's gonna think you're poor.
Yeah,
You know what?
exactly.
Give me your wife's phone number. And then he's like, all right, all right, all right.
I'll double check with her that this is enough pizza.
I'll take 4 pizzas.
Exactly.
2 extra pizzas. I get 50 cents a pie.
So yeah, exactly. Some sort of incentive. You'd have people going crazy there. Businesses don't do that enough.
Mm-mm.
It's hard to figure out. Well, they don't want to take any way their profits away, but it's hard to figure out what is that right incentive to help people out. But people are motivated by hourly workers are not motivated to do a lot. So you were an hourly worker at a Melio's, which is a Jimmy John's ripoff.
Those were the days, baby.
And was there a lot of incentive to I guess you were delivery, so sometimes you would get tips, right?
Yeah, I would get tips all the time, and I was motivated by speed, baby. I was the fastest out there. One
Yeah.
time, I'm sure I've told this story before,
Yeah.
but somebody ordered from across the street, and I had the guy stall on the phone. I took his order. I had the guy stall the payment so that I made the sandwich. I was out the door by the time he finished the
Yeah.
phone call, and he hangs up the phone, and I'm just giving him a sub. The man was
That is-
shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he tip you well?
I can't remember. I
Yeah.
just remembered how fast it was. That's
For
what he
you,
remembers
the
too. He probably
reward,
still
the
tells the
reward was
story.
doing that to begin with.
Yeah, I was fast as hell. My Hyundai Elantra,
Yeah.
cruising.
Yeah. So, Steed, any other thoughts on Houston before we wrap up?
I don't know. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was fun with the boys.
Yeah.
But
you
the
can have
boys
fun
can have
anywhere.
fun anywhere.
Yeah.
I think
exactly.
Yeah, I think boys trip and bullshit. They don't have casinos in Texas. So
Yes.
garbage
Oh.
state. Garbage state.
No, so there was no casinos in Houston, but they had a bunch of poker places where, like in a strip mall, there would be multiple locations where you could just go play poker.
Yeah.
So it's odd.
Beyonce writes one song about Texas Hold'em and all these spots open up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's how it happened. So, Steed, related to this, I wanted to go through some. I'm going to maybe do a series of these state by state. I want to, as we're talking about weird things in states, this is a stretch, bing bong for me, but I'm going to go through some weird laws state by state. But I'm going to start in this episode just with Illinois.
Oh, okay. I have a football bing bong next.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying you blew it. You blew your bing bong.
I
This
did
was
blow.
your one
We
chance.
should have coordinated the bing bong, the related topics. There was one thing I said earlier that definitely related to this better. I forgot what it was.
Okay.
So I'm going to go through a series of these ones. Now, keep in mind, some of these are old laws. Like, actually, all of these are basically not enforced.
But they're on the
anymore.
books.
A lot of them are on the books, and so it's illegal to have grass clippings in the street after mowing your yard.
Goddamn, that's a good law.
Yes.
And when people, even when they're still mowing and they shoot it out, I always drive as close. It's really close to attempted murder probably.
Yeah.
Because I get right up on that lawnmower and I try and blow with my car their grass back into their lawn.
I like that. You know what happened? This is like the governor was, or some politician kept getting he would be very meticulous about his sidewalk and he'd sweep it every day and then there'd
This
just
is
be grass
bullshit.
clippings all over it. Yeah, he's pissed off. We got to do something about this. Don't hang anything from your rearview mirror. It's illegal to hang anything from your rearview mirror. Technically, and I remember this. We had a police officer come in years ago to one of my autos classes, and at the time, there was laws about you can't have the front windows tinted, you can't have things hanging from your mirror. It's distraction. It stops your view. I have from my mirror a hanging Danny DeVito. It's of him. It's an air freshener that went out after like a day, but he's hanging on a noose. It's Danny DeVito. It's a scene from It's Always Sunny, but then
Okay.
the noose continues with one of those stretchy things that air freshener hangs from.
Okay. So jail.
Yeah,
Jail.
I'm risking that. I'm risking that for a little bit of smile that comes when I remember that it's there, even though I see it all the time.
Okay. Maybe they'll make it illegal to put rubber ducks on your Jeep dashboard.
I would see that's a great
That's a good law. If I was the governor, I'm
or to do
doing
any
that.
sort of Jeep wave while you're driving next to with somebody.
Mhm. Yeah. Or just to own a Jeep.
I would love that law. Just
Ban 'em.
remove all Jeeps. Okay, here's another one. Master, not Mister. There's an Illinois law that reportedly mandates all bachelors be called Master instead of Mister by their
What?
prospective female suitors.
What?
Yeah, they have no background on this. A lot of these ones you can find, but there's not like what the origin of this is.
Yeah,
think this
that
has to
one's
do
so
with-
dumb there might not be an origin.
Yeah, I think this has to do with an old like an old way that people talk. I don't know if they're asking explanations, but please call me Master instead of Mister.
No, you're
Female
Mister.
suitors. My wife would be just call me
I'm-
Mister. My wife would be
I'm
mad if
Master.
somebody called me Mister. Yeah,
You
Steve
got to
would
call
like
me
that.
Master.
You're right, Mister for me.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna take some girls down. What'd you just call me? You call me Mr. Paul in bed? You're going to jail. I put these handcuffs
Just
on.
make sure you have it recorded.
And call me
and then-
Master.
and then get in
Yeah, I'll
trouble for
record it.
illegally
I record
recording
everything.
something. Yeah.
This webcam is actually aimed right at my bed.
Good. Good. Yeah, just keep that chub step background. You'll be fine. You
Well,
still get the audio.
it's always on.
Okay, so here's about eavesdropping. You can be arrested for eavesdropping in Illinois. You convicted of a class 4 felony.
Whoa.
Face up to 3 years in prison.
Okay.
Illegal for a barber to apply shaving cream to a customer's face using their fingers.
Oh, yeah. No, that I'm okay with that one.
I mean,
Use
Come
the
on.
little brush. It's fun.
use a little brush. Yes. Here's some city ones, Steed in Illinois. So Joliet. Oh, the only official correct and proper pronunciation and spelling of this name of the city shall be Joliet. The accent of the first syllable with O in the first syllable pronounced in its long sound as the words so no fo, like Joe, like that.
Go.
Wrote the law because they were tired of so many visitors mispronouncing the name and saying Joliet.
Who's ever said jolly yet?
Apparently early on it was an issue. They were fined $5 at the time. This is,
That's-
100 years ago.
That's fair.
Don't
That's-
make faces at a dog if you live in the city of Normal, Illinois.
Oh, guilty.
It's illegal.
Guilty.
Kind of weird anyway. Why are you doing faces at your dog?
I don't know. Sometimes I go. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I
This
treat
one I
dogs
knew.
and babies the same. What? So I'm wondering, what if I like took one of these laws, like the Mr. Master one,
Yeah.
and I went to the police station and just
Yeah.
demanded that they prosecute this person.
Sure.
Like I'm just pissed off. I'm losing it. I'm like, I've been assaulted. What
Yeah.
happened? It was a woman. They're like, oh my God, what happened? And then I tell them the story of Mr. Master, show them the video, 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
They get to the end, and then they're like, oh my God, yeah, no, it's right. Do you think they would legally have to put her in jail?
So it's a good question, but I don't know the answer to that. But what I do know is there is a law firm. I'm not going to give them credit because they haven't given Shubstep anything. But there's a website I found in Illinois, a injury law. They handle a bunch of different stuff. But
Yeah.
it says if one of these strange laws comes up in a personal injury claim, our team is more than prepared to handle it. Like it's the whole thing about contacts that you could reach out to in case one of these crazy laws that nobody uses anymore is part of some, prosecution against you or some injury.
They must have found a way to get like an extra 10 grand out of people.
Yeah. How about no pajamas? You can't fish in your pajamas in Chicago.
Yeah, you know what? Safety first.
Don't wear your pajamas outside.
Yeah, unless you're getting the newspaper.
Unless you get the newspaper, that's classic. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You can wear a robe.
I think legally you should have to wear
I agree.
pajamas or a robe to
Yes,
get your paper.
I completely agree. Okay. Here's the last one I have here. In Zion, Illinois, you reportedly cannot give a lit cigar to a dog, cat, or any other domesticated pet.
God damn it, Zion.
Unlit is fine, apparently. Lit
happened?
cigar, not okay.
What
Yeah, what
happened?
exactly? What was the story behind that?
What happened?
I feel like
I
there
mean,
could be
fucking
more.
obviously, like Zion, some guy's running for re-election. He's like, I'm the one that passed a no lit cigarettes to dogs law. Vote for me.
Yeah, it's pretty fair. I mean, I agree with that, and I stand with that. I think Chubstep will be the first podcast to officially stand with Zion in upholding this law.
Yeah, with their legal
Yeah.
cigarette illegal. I don't know. All right. Well,
Well, there you go, Steve.
Yeah,
There
you're
they
going
are.
to jail. I'm going to jail, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
We'll
That
bing
was
bong
fun.
it to this football thing.
Okay, bing bong.
Bing bong.
Jay, you know how football started?
No, I do not.
Oh my God. Well, it's not what you think. Okay, so I don't know. I think I saw a TikTok and it was something about like the oranges of football. Oranges of football.
Oranges?
I am trying to say origins.
Okay.
I know some of these words.
Sorry, everybody. And it goes back further than I thought, Jared.
Okay.
Like from like the basic games. Actually, it goes back further than stupid Europe football.
Mm-hmm.
The stupid ass kicking only on the ground football, hand football. It goes back further. It goes back all the way to ancient Greece, which pretty old. This game started. It was 12 to 14 players on each team, full contact, and you can use your hands. And basically, like I guess they played in Sparta and just beat the shit out of each other.
Mm-hmm.
There was just like 3 lines on the field, so you didn't have a lot of lines like football now.
Okay.
And you would try and get the ball past the other team, and you would just smash into each other.
Yeah.
Throwing was allowed, I think. What's the name of the game? It was episkiros, which means to throw or to snatch. So then that evolved. Europe guys were like, this is pretty freaking fun. We still want to play. So they started playing mob football. And they were like, instead of 12 or 14 guys, what if we just got the whole damn town?
Okay. Yeah. Still one ball.
Still one ball. This one, so we call it a pigskin. They would use a pig bladder, like just a straight up pig's bladder.
That would make
don't know why. So yeah, that game was the same. You got to get it to the other side, and they still play this in some towns.
Okay.
It got banned a lot, actually. Starting in the 14th century, basically right after people started playing it, like the kings just started banning the game because they were pissed off. It messed with their archery training, apparently, so they banned football. Then in 1363, some dickhead King Edward III, he banned handball, football, hockey, coursing, cockfighting, wood and iron throwing, stone throwing, and other idle games.
No fun.
30 royal laws banned the games, every game, because, they were supposed to just shoot a bow and arrow, which is pretty lame. Soccer's still not invented yet.
Yeah.
1400s, you've got football. King Henry IV, he made a mention of football, which is something with money lending or something. You can't collect money for football. He just keeps banning it. People keep playing it. It's so fun. Then they start kicking the ball around. I guess the ball got a little better because you're maybe instead of a pig's bladder, you use like a pig's liver. They moved to the ground. Yeah. The sport differentiates. That's when it differentiated.
Okay.
But American football was first. Eventually, it makes its way to America. And then some dickheads at like Yale and Brown made it into American football. That's not as fun as the Europeans just smashing into each other in towns.
No, I like the concept of like everybody just trying to get this ball from one side to the other and everybody splitting up into two teams. I can see that getting violent, and there's only one ball. Like if there's only one ball, then it's like you got so many people that it just are all they're trying to do is basically just like fight somebody else. And you know how that turns out. If you got the whole town turned up, like there's gonna be somebody that's really been like pissing you off that you're gonna line up against.
Oh yeah.
Like on purpose. And then
some guy that stole your girlfriend, you're like,
so girlfriend, and then you're gonna take it too far in the game. Also, the game's gonna be over. He's gonna be bleeding, and then you're like, "Oh, it's just part of the game. Come on."
Well, the rules of the game back in the day were just no manslaughter, nothing that would lead to manslaughter or murder.
Wow, pretty loose rules. Yeah,
pretty loose.
These NFL refs they wouldn't know what to do.
Don't even get me started about the Bills game last night.
I'm just saying, they would not be able to handle it.
Yeah, so that's like, a very short history of the evolution of football, which I thought was fun. I don't know, maybe we could play.
I think that'd be a great idea, Steve.
Let's get like 100 dudes.
Yeah.
That is one big pile of shit.
So, Steed, why this is just a thought that came to my head. There are people that are named Junior, the second, the third, the fourth, whatever, right? We have our friend Hollywood Joe is the third, his son is the fourth. There is never girls that are Junior.
Oh, good point.
Why is that?
Probably because they don't want to be called Junior. Hey, what's up, Junior?
Does anybody want to be called Junior,
my name's
though?
Claire. Don't call me Junior. My name's Claire. I mean, it's kind of a cool. Yeah, it implies that you're small.
It's just a thought. There's not really a good take on it. It's just more like I noticed that there's no other girls. Girls might be even named after their mom.
They might have the same name.
Junior. Yeah.
I could see them being the third, the fourth, because that's classy. That's regal.
It is, but I've never seen that.
Hey, I stopped smoking cigarettes.
Oh, good.
Isn't that something? I'm on to cigars now. Yeah, I'm onto a 5-year plan. I eliminated the cigarettes, then I go to cigars, then I go to pipes, then I go to chewing tobacco, then I'm onto that nicotine gum.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Steve. I'm going to put the closed captions on so you can watch this video. This is from 60 Minutes, Australia. And basically, there was this lady that woke up. She was at a coma, and she woke up, and then she had a different accent when she woke up.
Oh, jeez.
It sounds like she was saying hi. It wasn't until an ambulance on the way to hospital that you say you're aware of the way you're speaking. And she said, "Oh, I sound like a vessel." No, you sound like you work at a Chinese restaurant.
Oh.
So this lady, obviously this is something that just happened with her brain, which is not a good thing, right? This is obviously a sad thing that happened.
Yeah, brain damage, not a good thing.
Brain damage. But like the way her voice sounds, it sounds like she's doing an offensive Asian accent. So like, I don't know what do you do in this scenario?
If you get brain damage and then you have an offensive Asian accent?
Yeah, or do you just have not any offensive accent, right? You just if you have some sort of, right, let's say it's now kind of a disability. This lady, she said she can still function and everything normally like she could before, but she for some reason just has this accent.
Damn, that stinks.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna just a lot of people are going to. Sorry, I'm going to go ahead and clarify this.
What?
There is a series of these times where somebody woke up with like a Welsh accent and they've never been to Wales. It's diagnosed as foreign accent syndrome. It's a rare condition that people develop speech patterns that sound like they're in a foreign accent.
Okay, so we live in a simulation.
They are diagnosed with functional neurological disorder. Like a lot of them have, like I said, a brain trauma or some sort of thing, and this happens. Some lady woke up, got a surgery to fix an overbite, and she woke up with a British accent.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's not the worst one.
No, British accent's fine because right, nobody's gonna. But like, if you're a white lady and then you walk around like you have a like an offensive sounding Chinese accent, yeah, they're only happened like 20
Yeah,
times. And
she's
like,
got to get plastic surgery so that she looks Asian now.
yeah, I'm just like, does that like make it better or does that make it
That
worse? Or
makes
you
it
just
better.
kind of okay,
Yeah, it's better. But then if she has another accident, it's gonna have to do it all over again.
yeah, it's a good point. It's just like it's a tough situation to be in. I don't
It
like
is
it's a
because
lose lose.
you
I
have to
think.
carry around like a card or something that explains it.
Yeah, this is not. I'm not trying to be offensive. This is how I talk now.
Yeah, Google
Yeah,
me. I was
Google
on
me.
60 Minutes.
Google me. Google me is a 60 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Talking better about me. Yeah, nice. All right, was there anything else you want to get to, Steve?
Yeah, I got a random thought.
Okay.
Whatever happened to limousines?
Mm.
Limos
Did
used
it?
to be huge.
Yeah, limos used to be huge. Did it make you think because there was that Ford Excursion limousine at the end of our block in Houston?
Visit Houston today. No, I was driving past a limo and I was like, a goddamn limo is a Lincoln MKZ limo. It looked nice.
Yeah.
But I was like, whatever happened to those things? Even like, I feel like even prom night and shit, like, there used to be limos everywhere, all around town.
I've contained my rage for as long as possible, but I shall unleash my fury upon you like the crashing of 1,000 waves! Begone, vile man! Begone from me! A starter car! This car is a finisher car! A transporter of gods! The golden god! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Here's actually what I think happened. This is actually what I think happened. Is that what became popular is the party bus.
You think
I
party
think
buses
the
overtook
party
it?
bus took over, and I think they have a lot of those super fancy like Sprinter vans,
Yeah,
and I
but
think
that's
those
not
kind of
classy.
no, but I think they have some now that are pretty classy. But I think the biggest thing is the party bus rental became like the trolley, and the party bus rental took over the limousine business.
The trolley?
Like the trolleys that people get in the city all the time. They do like bar hopping trolleys. I don't know if you've ever been a part of seen one of those or been part of one of those.
I
That's a
don't know.
really
I think
popular
that's a
thing.
different market. I don't
Could
think
probably a
that's the
different market. You're
limousine
probably right,
market.
but for sure the party bus, you can put a stripper pole in a party bus. You can't put a stripper pole in a sitting down limousine.
You make the stripper hunch over.
Well, usually it's not a stripper on a stripper pole in a party bus. It's usually just somebody that wants to uh,
Oh,
show off.
okay. So me.
Yeah, so it'd be you. If in this scenario, if you and me rented a party bus, it'd be you.
Yeah,
Exactly. I
I'd be
think
doing
what
good
happened,
moves.
but Steve, to your point, I have not seen like a legit limo in a long time.
Yeah, I used to see them daily
Yeah,
driving around
you're a high
blocks.
roller though. That's the
Well,
difference.
one time Hollywood Joe got us a limo to go home from the bars. It was so sick.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, big like
Yeah.
biggest cool rich guy move I've ever
That is a
seen.
rich guy move. I
Hey
love that.
guys, don't worry about an Uber. Just hop in.
Yeah. No, you just don't see them anymore, but they are like it's the classic like open the sunroof, stick your head out. You can't do
Oh
that. You
yeah.
can't stick your head out of a sunroof on a party bus.
No, I want limos to make a big return in 2025. I'm thinking Trump comes back, limos come back. All right.
Okay.
Harris can't, she's not a limo enjoyer. She wants you to get in a Prius.
Yeah.
Vote Trump.
Okay. That's your okay. If that's your stance, then that's how you should vote. I agree. Perfect, Steve. Yeah, we'll wrap up there. Great thought. Great thought. Yeah. And last thing, if people want to buy limos, I do see them on Facebook Marketplace. You can
They're
get them
cheap.
they're actually not expensive. Yeah, I think they're a lot of money. Unless you can't park them anywhere. It's a pain in the
That
ass.
you can park them in
Uh,
your driveway in Houston. What do you
Exactly,
mean?
exactly. So there you go. Get a limo. Maybe we'll get one for Chubstep. We'll see. People want to donate one. Chubstep.podcast@gmail.com. Email us. New shows every Thursday. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Chubstep Podcast, all the good places. Share the episode with a friend. Share with a loved one.
Yep.
Share it with somebody you'd like to see in a party bus with you. The show has ended. Be gone.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.